You didn't come to bed? Why don't you go up for a bit?
She should be sat here, in a dressing gown with a cup of tea. I'd pick her out something nice to wear. I'd brush her hair for her.
Paul, please. Don't hate me. I can't bear it.
I'm out of here.
You're in no fit state.
Yeah, well, I've got to let people know. Family need to know.
Let me come with you.
And what would I say? Honestly, what would I tell them? That you were looking after her and you just walked out on her?
I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life.
At least you've still got a life.
Oh, Eileen, come here. He hates me.
He's in shock.
He can't bear to look at me.
Listen, why don't I put the kettle on and then me and you can have a little chat?
No, I've got to get ready for work.
You are joking.
I need to keep busy.
All right, OK. Well, can I leave a message then? Yeah, just tell her Tommy's called and I'll be in touch. All right, see you in a bit.
Right. So what's the crack?
Yeah, she's had a good night.
Nice one.
Says she might be well enough to come home tomorrow.
Does she know your dad's done one?
I'm glad to see the back of him, and she won't be the only one. So many people told me he was scum, but would I listen?
Yeah, it's like me, Mum and Paul. We're told to stay clear.
I bet she wishes she had now.
Should have seen the state of her yesterday. She was in a right mess. She was in bits.
Nightmare.
She's pretty much telling the plot it was her fault. You got to be careful with things like this. Everyone is always looking for someone to blame.
Eileen, we just wanted to say we're really sorry about, what happened.
Don't worry about a thing. I'll
Please.
look after you.
I don't want any fuss.
Sorry. I wasn't expecting you in today.
I just need to work.
Well, fair enough. But if you do...
But I'm fine. I'm sorry, what I'm trying to say is I just want things to get back to normal.
Oh, it's ever so sad. You're a sweet soul, were Leslie?
Yes.
Terrible disease, that dementia. Won't wish it on your worst enemy.
Back off, Beth.
Beth, do us a favour. Leave her be. Can't you tell she don't want to talk about it? I'm only trying to help. Yeah, well, you're not. Well, I don't blame her for wanting to come to work. I couldn't bear to stay in that house. Every time she walks in the kitchen, she'll see Leslie lying there, dead. And as for the girl...
Shut up!
Hello? Gail?
She's at work. Sorry, looks like they'll have to put up with me.
Well, she said she'd be here.
You don't think this is some kind of setup, do you? Good old Mum put us together so we can talk again.
Oh, you're silly sometimes, David. Anyway, it's a lovely day. Why don't you go outside, let the sun get at you?
Can't be bothered.
I take it you've not heard from her then, Carla?
Nope. Nothing. It's over, end of.
So that's it then, is it? Just going to sit there feeling sorry for yourself?
Yeah, sounds about right. Shut the door on your way out here.
Right, mate. How's tea?
Yeah, she's good. You might let her out tomorrow.
Oh, brilliant. So it's all done then?
Done and dusted.
So long sharks off your back?
Yeah, thanks to you.
Terry's already put Tina in hospital. Couldn't risk the same happening to you, or worse.
Listen, mate, I'm dead grateful.
Forget it, you'd have done the same for me.
Look, I'll pay you back as soon as I can.
Don't stress about it.
Tight, I'm serious. Look, you saved our skin. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, we'll make sure you forget when Kirsty's about, because if she finds out I'm dead meat...
Terry's gone.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Turns up, causes total chaos, and then does one he's a scumbag.
To be honest, I'm relieved. He's nothing to me now. You're my family.
Clear off, go on. We'll see you, missus. Everything's sorted, eh? Happy days.
Fancy a quiet night in tonight? Pizza and a bottle of red?
We had a quiet night in last night.
Yeah, and if I remember rightly, you weren't complaining.
I think I need a new tabard. This one's gone all bubbly.
How's David? Only he was quite upset last night.
Upset? He was drunk as a skunk, poor love. And it didn't help walking around with a bruise, thanks to you.
Well, pity I didn't knock some sense into him.
Nick has apologised. Haven't you, babe? Kissed her made up.
I said to him, you need some butter on that bruise, but he just poo-pooed.
How's that going to help?
No wife, no kid, no job, and then stinking of butter.
Okay, right, look, he's pining for Kylie. I was thinking maybe we should ring up the police, report her missing.
We'll do no such thing. He's better off without her. Oh, well, I know he's suffering now, but it'll be better for him in the long run. And in the meantime, what he needs is something to lift his spirit.
Yeah, it's called lager.
He should be out there looking for a job, not sitting around stewing in his own juices.
Yeah, that's easier said than done.
Yeah. It's been years since someone whistled at me like that. You've made my day.
Is that right? I can think of a way to make it even better.
Really?
Yeah. But can you do the switch for a bit? How come? You said I could have the next fare. I just want to stretch my legs. Well, I've been stood here that long, I'm taking route. Well, the next one comes in, shows defo. Except I'll be on the switch, so how can it be?
Look, can you make your minds up?
Yeah, I'll do it. Where are you going,
The
mate?
casino on Deanford Way.
I can do it, it's no problem. That's not a problem for me either, honestly.
The quicker getting the bus.
Sorry, mate, get in. I'll have you there in 10 minutes. I'm under strict instructions from Stella. It's cool, trust me.
Since when were you into gardening? Ever since I've entered the Weatherfield in Bloom competition.
My mum had the right idea. Our garden was full of plastic flowers, every colour of the rainbow there were.
Mum, thought you'd be home. I've been worried about you.
Well, I told her not to come into work, but would she listen?
Yeah, she never does.
I just thought it'd be better off, keeping busy.
Right. Well, if you need me, I'll be at the yard, OK? Just take it easy.
Bless his little cotton socks. Have you heard anything from Paul? Right, well, let's see if we can cheer you up with a nice chocolate hobnob.
Eileen, I've saved you a place next to me. I've put in extra sugar for your nerves.
So, how are you bearing on?
I'm fine. Do you remember when I looked after her for you, Leslie? She put me in mind of our Craig when he had the terrible twos. Strong-willed, you know.
I remember when my kids were little, they had no sense of danger.
It's a full-time job just keeping him safe. Leslie were like that. She was sort of vulnerable.
All right, I've taken the hint.
What hint?
I know what you're all saying, that I left a helpless and vulnerable woman all alone. I left her alone, and look what happened. I might as well have killed her myself.
Eileen, just calm down.
I'm fine.
You go home.
Go home. I'm sorry how things have turned out with your dad.
What can you say? The guy's a waste of space.
I know. I think we should report him to the police.
No, there's no point, babe.
You put me in here.
I said I'm sorry.
Tommy, it's not your fault. We can't just let him get away with it.
He'll be miles away by now. Wouldn't even know where to start.
The police would. Is this how he goes through life? He takes what he wants and then he hurts people who get in the way.
He's gone, T. We're free of him. Why don't we just try and move on, eh?
Easy for you to say. You were the one left half dead.
Look, we call the police. Everything gets dragged up again. Rick, the money. It'd be like poking a Rottweiler with a massive stick.
I suppose we should count our blessings. Rick's been paid, he's off our backs. We'll never have to see his evil face again, yeah? Come here.
Stop mithering, Mary.
I thought you should know. I have definitely seen whitefly in this hanging basket.
You can't have. I've sprayed it religiously every day. Oh, back at work already. I must say, you're made of stern stuff.
Well, that's me through and through, innit? Hard as nails.
I was paying you a compliment.
You can't stop gossiping, can you? It's like a sickness.
He's just passing the time of day. He's very...
Do you know what? I am sick to death of all the tittle-tattle. But you can say what you like, the lot of you. I don't care. As long as me and Paul know the truth, that's all that matters. You know, You just love the drama, don't you? You thrive on it. It doesn't matter that some poor woman is dead as long as you are kept in gossip.
Hello. I think you've got a visitor.
Eileen Grimshaw, DC Merrick, Weatherfield, CID. Can I have a word, please?
Are you sure you won't have a coffee?
No, thanks. I need to run through a few more questions with you.
I thought we did that yesterday.
Well, we need a bit more information about the days leading up to Leslie's death.
So, Liz?
Paul, this is DC Merrick.
You must be Paul Kershaw.
Yeah.
Oh, jolly good. Two birds with one stone.
Are these the only gardening magazines you've got?
There are 5 titles. Most people find that sufficient.
Yeah, well, I quite fancied something a bit different. Thinking about giving my garden a makeover for the Weatherfield in bloom.
And another one jumps on the bandwagon.
Well, you should be glad people are making an effort. I quite fancied a theme.
Oh, Oriental Pagoda. That'll make the judges sit up and take notice.
Well, I was thinking more fairies or else frogs.
You can't improve on the beauty of nature with so-called novelty items.
To be fair, I saw a beautiful water feature on TV. A fairy sitting on a clam. Very classy.
Well, I've got the afternoon off, so I might go and have a wander up to Balaclava Terrace. Newsagents there. They might have something a bit more voguey.
Oh, yes. Well, that's all right for people who can afford voguey prices.
Well, I might live in Weatherfield, Norris, but Cheshire is my spiritual home.
Yeah, well, that would be lovely, Carol. All right, yes. See you later. Bye-bye. Oh, Nick. Sweetheart, is the bistro very busy this evening?
Not especially. It's a Monday.
Oh, well, could you book me a table for 2 then, please? About 6-ish?
Yeah.
You sorted it then?
No, I don't know what's wrong with it.
Well, I bashed it this morning, but nothing happened.
Oh, and this surprises you?
Well, it works with me old teller.
Well, thanks for trying, Nick. We'll have to get someone in or drive home, do you?
Hi, Mum. Lewis told me you were here. You're taking things easy.
Well, it doesn't do any good just sitting at home fretting, does it?
Well, you tell that to David. He's in a right state, Mum. He seems to have given up on life.
Yes, he did seem very down indeed.
Well, he needs something to keep him busy. You must be rushed off your feet here.
No, Gail, please. No, absolutely not. There is no question. You know, I know things have thawed between us, but...
Gail, why should we take him back after what he's done?
I agree we need to do something, but I'm not sure that's the answer.
All right, if you're so clever, you come up with something better.
Hi, Tommy. How's it going? At ease there, mate. You're looking a bit tense.
Just leave me alone.
Charming. You want to watch that? Could hurt a bloke's feelings.
I've told you.
Me and you need a little chat. You owe me.
No, my dad owes you.
You're his blood. Unfortunately for you, this is your inheritance.
I've already told you I'm Brassic.
Well, I think I've got a solution to our little problem. You used to work at that garage, didn't you?
Yeah.
You need to get your job back.
What? Why?
Because I said so.
I can't just go in there and demand...
Get your job back, sit tight and wait.
This is mad. I don't want to be involved in anything dodgy.
How's the lovely Tina? On the mend, I hope.
You leave her out of it.
She had a lucky escape this time. There are some very bad people out there. If they don't get what they want, things can turn nasty.
Right, come on, David, we need a word.
Oh, great, you've come mob-handed.
OK, I just want you to know that I've decided to accept your apology.
I'll put the bunting up.
David.
Oh, you could be such an idiot.
Look, it doesn't alter the fact that your behaviour was appalling, but you are willing to sign the salon back to me, so I know you're genuinely sorry.
Yeah, like I've said that a million times.
Family's been at war long enough.
Agreed. And that is why I'm willing to give you your job back.
Isn't that wonderful?
No, I'm not stepping foot in that place again.
Oh, you see, I give up.
David, your gran has been gracious enough to let bygones be bygones.
I've had enough. Right, you're coming to work for me. Get upstairs, have a shower and a shave, and get your backside into the bistro.
I'm gonna work in that Poncy bistro.
Right, do I have to take you upstairs and put you in the shower myself?
Let's see, try.
Right.
Ow.
That's what it takes.
Right, all right.
Come on. Get some decent clothes on. None of your dodgy T-shirts.
Prior to Leslie being in the care home, I believe the 3 of you lived here for a time. So, how did that work, day to day?
Well, it wasn't easy. Leslie had her good days and bad.
No, I meant the three of you living together under one roof.
You make it sound seedy. It wasn't like that.
I was just a friend to begin with.
We both looked after her. We were sharing the care between us.
Leslie was very needy. She was volatile. It was too much for one person to cope with.
Look, you might as well know this, because it'll come out one way or the other. I was in the process of seeing a solicitor about getting a divorce.
You're going to divorce Leslie? On what grounds?
Look, I know this sounds bad, but unreasonable behaviour.
Behaviour that was part of her illness.
I'm not having that. Don't you dare judge me.
I'm not. I'm just trying to ascertain
Good,
the
because
facts.
until you've lived through it, you have absolutely no idea.
Mrs.
You can't be...
Kershaw, Leslie aware that you're going to divorce her?
No, of course not.
Eileen said she had good days and bad, so on a good day, as well way, she could have been aware that you two were together.
She could hardly remember my name half the time, OK? So what exactly are you insinuating?
Nothing. I just need to understand exactly how and why Leslie died.
In your own time.
Well, I know I don't want something savoury. I've had a family-sized packet of crisps today with me bacon and balm. But I've had at least half a packet of hobnobs as well, so I don't want something biscuity. I only ate them to keep Eileen company.
Oh, that's very generous of you, I'm sure.
But I did find a jelly baby in the line in my bag today, so I think I've got a taste for something fruity.
Fruity? Oh, excellent. Now you're talking.
But it's definitely got to be chewy as well.
Ah, well, as you see, we stock an extensive range of confectionery that lends itself to mastication.
Sally Webster is determined to make a mockery of the Weatherfield in Bloom competition.
How do you mean?
Oh, she's desperate to win. She was piping on about it at work.
Oh, is she indeed?
Oh, she's like that hyacinth bucket when she gets going. She's proper snobby.
If I might get a word in edgeways.
Don't mind me.
There's a floral display outside her house that wouldn't look out of place in Kew Gardens.
There can't be. I went past there this morning. I would have noticed.
Are you sure? You can be very distracted sometimes, Norris.
I was known as Eagle Eye Cole in the TA.
You in the TA? I didn't know they had a grandad division.
Watch it, lady.
He only lasted the weekend. He caught a nasty chill when they sent him out on manoeuvres. It went straight to his kidneys, poor soul.
This floral display you were saying?
No, magnificent is the word that springs to mind. In fact, if I were cruel to be kind, I'd say that your blooms were distinctly lacklustre in comparison.
Right.
Just 2 days before she died, Leslie made some serious allegations against you, Eileen.
Like I said, she wasn't in her right mind.
But she managed to die on 999.
Because that's what she was like. She could remember random facts, just odd bits of
But
information.
she managed to make herself clear to the attending officer.
It was all lies. She was confused, that's all.
She said you pushed her over and hurt her wrist.
No, actually, that happened when she was with me, and for what it's worth, I have got witnesses, all right?
She also said that you left her on her own, locked in the house.
It's not true.
And yet on the day she died, you had actually left her alone.
I needed to take a breather. I had to get out. She'd just attacked me.
Now, look, you here are looking for blame where there is none, all right? Now, I loved my wife, and I cared for her as best as I could. Eileen cared for her as best as she could, all right? But my wife died yesterday. In the most tragic of circumstances, OK? 24 years of marriage, most of it absolutely wonderful, by the way, gone. So please, just leave me alone to grieve.
Well, thanks for your time. Oh, and just to let you know, I may have to contact you again.
Yeah, well, we've said all there is to say, so go.
Carl,
I saw Dev in the shop, so I know I'm safe to come in for a bit.
the kids are here.
I'm sorry for sneaking around like this, but I had to see you.
Well, you've seen me now. So run along.
Babe, I'm in trouble. Done something a bit stupid.
You better come in then.
Dropped a fare off at the casino, didn't I?
And?
Well, before I knew it, I was in there playing roulette. I told myself to take it easy, but
How much?
about 200 quid. Steve's gonna go ballistic.
Oh, he had no right sending you there in the first place. What was he thinking?
Steve's gonna tell Stella she's gonna kick off in fine style. I've had it. I'm totally done for.
dear. She's never done this sort of stuff, never in a month of Sundays.
Trying to knock my door down, or what?
What do you call all this?
A floral display? What would you call it?
Oh, it's true what they say, isn't it? Money talks.
I beg your pardon.
Well, you're obviously planning to buy your way to victory.
Cheat! You're lower than a snake's belly.
I grew them in my conservatory.
You never did. This lot came from a garden centre.
Name that plant.
Dahlia. See, I've always had green fingers.
Name that plant.
Lily.
What sort of lily?
I don't have to prove myself to you.
What sort of compost did you use?
Brown compost, you know, the usual stuff.
Well, just do the decent thing. Take them all back to the shop and we'll say no more about it.
I shall do no such thing.
Ah, then you're admitting you did buy it in the shop.
I'm admitting nothing. I've grown them with my own fair hands. And I've already cleared a space for the trophy.
They think it's my fault.
They have to ask difficult questions. It's their job.
Like you think it's my fault and all.
Can we not go through this again,
That I
please?
left her on her own, and if I hadn't have done that, Leslie would still be alive. Well, for God's sake, say something, Paul.
Stop pushing me.
You hate me, don't you? Like everyone else hates me. And you'll never forgive me. You might try really, really hard, but it's always going to be
You're right.
there, isn't it?
You're right. I can't forgive you. And you know what? I wish I had never met you, because then Leslie, the love of my life, would still be alive.
Coronation Street continues in half an hour.